week I'm having. Started with Hurricane Sandy and ending with Hurricane Milda. Right? Let's give her a hand. You do so much for so many, and it's clearly there's not enough we can say about what you've done with this organization over the years. And I want you to know on behalf of the city of Philadelphia how proud we are of everything you do with this organization. So thank you for that. Joe, congratulations. Did you know I was going to get the mic after you? That's all I meant. So let me correct the record, not that I'm bitter. But that wasn't a court case, that was an arbitration. And I've never lost a court case. And we picked a retired judge, not a current judge, who was 105 years old. And if you remember, he slept through half that arbitration. And then I would periodically have to go like that, just to make sure he woke up. So if you had heard our evidence, we clearly would have won. But thank you, Joe, and in all seriousness, I've known you a long time. You've been a friend and a mentor. You are incredibly well-deserving. I came here not knowing you were getting this award, and I was incredibly pleased to see you in the program, but it is incredibly well-deserved. Congratulations once again, Joe Negrin. I'm going to present the Community Forward Award. And Nilda told me I had 30 seconds to do that. But before I do that, Nilda, we have been through a really difficult week. And I want to say a few words about our neighbors. So the last number I saw before I came, the death toll was at 95 for the United States. And how blessed we were here in Philadelphia not to have any. And I can't take credit for that. The city can't take credit for that. We were prepared. We communicated well. We had a lot of great stakeholders and partners. But I think it's about our citizens and Philadelphians and how they behaved and how they heeded our warnings in order to stay safe. So we're hearing a lot of stories about heartbreak and lost homes and lost lives. I wanted to share a story that you're not going to read in the paper. I wanted to share a story that you're not going to see on TV. I wanted to share a story from the storm that I found to be incredibly inspirational before I get this award. And I'm saying it because I think it says something about who APM serves and who our constituency is. So in the middle of the storm, one of the things that we like to do when things are at their worst is go to some of the shelters. I know Reverend Bonnie's here. She was actually at some of those with us. And I want to tell you a story about a woman I saw. And she happened to be the first person I walked up to. She was in a pair of sweats, an oversized t-shirt, and she was wrapped in a blanket with a bandana around her head. And she was sleeping on a cot in a gymnasium. And her life had been turned upside down. She may have lost a certain portion of her belongings. And she was the first person that me and the mayor walked up to together. And I looked at her, and she's sitting up with the light of her phone, reading this huge book. And this just shows you what Philadelphians are all made out of. In the height of the storm, she was reading a nursing book. And I asked her, "Man, what are you doing?" And she says to me, "I had a test in 3 days." That woman was in that shelter, and Sandy wasn't going to stop her from getting ready for that test. And that was because she wanted a better life for her and her family. And that's what it's all about. Those are the people you serve. Those are the people. All through the week, people said, "How are you guys doing? Aren't you tired? Aren't you exhausted?" I thought of her, right? Every reason to be down, every reason to be just exhausted and demoralized, and she decided that this was not going to stop her. And that's what keeps all of us going. You guys have stories like that with all of the people that you interact with all the time. That's what Philadelphians are made of. We're resilient, we're strong, and we're never going to let anything stop us. It's all about adelante, right? Adelante. So, why do I love APM? It's because we're about neighborhoods. And neighborhoods are, and should be, places of community, not places of conflict. Neighborhoods should be places of prosperity, not places of poverty. And APM believes that our neighborhoods are places of hope and not places of despair. And that's what we're about, and that's what APM is about. And that's what I think the Community Forward Award is all about. The Community Forward Award acknowledges outstanding individuals who have made a meaningful contribution to the progress of our city and our community. Michael Rubinger, the CEO of LISC, has a long history of transformative investment in Philadelphia. Prior to joining LISC, Michael was the president of the Pew Charitable Trust right here in Philadelphia, where he supported the work of the nonprofit community through wide-ranging social investments. At LISC, he has been a key figure in community transformation and development. APM is proud to be one of only 2 sustainable community initiatives in the city of Philadelphia. Michael knows our community. If you hear Hilda talk about him, it sounds like she thinks he's an angel. LISC has been one of the funders who made it possible for APM to create over 350 affordable housing units and Boricuan Plaza, home to the area's first supermarket and financial institution in North Philadelphia. How many of you know we don't have enough of those in our neighborhoods, right? For the last 22 years, LISC and APM have worked together, and now APM is on the verge of completing what we've heard many times tonight, Paseo Verde, the next great project in the restoration and transforming of this community. Unfortunately, because of Sandy, Michael couldn't be here tonight. So I welcome Andrew Frischhoff, LISC Philadelphia's Executive Director, to the podium to receive the Community Forward Award